Hello and welcome to the fifth of the final of the artwork flip-throughs for the Commander 2020 decks. So the fifth one we're going to look at is Enhanced Evolution. Now, to make this nicely line up between December of 2023 and the new year, I'm going to be putting this out the same week that I'm putting out my 6 packs of Christmas set of videos. So you'll get 2 videos on a Saturday. But I thought that would nicely line everything up, ready for the new year when we start to look at a new set of the next Commander product in the line. So we'll go through this Enhanced Evolution deck, starting off with the commanders in the deck. So we've got Zixara here, Trimpy as the alternate, and then if you remember, in line with the other 2 decks, we've got actually alternate commanders 3 and 4 here. So not just 3, but a 3rd and a 4th, because the 3rd and the 4th ones were intended to be played together as partners. So, yep, there we had Kazua and Ukima. And now we're going to go through, starting off with the legendaries, both planeswalkers and creatures that were in this particular deck, but weren't in the weren't part of that commander and alternate commander block, if you like, block of cards that we just looked at. And then we'll go through the higher rarities, through any rares and mythics, uncommons, commons, and then some of the lower rarity non-basic lands, and then the basic lands, and then the tokens. So that was a Nissa there. And we've got Widewind the Biting Gale. So that's all there is in terms of other legendaries in the deck that maybe you could use as commanders for other decks that you might want to build with a different set of cards. So let's look at the higher rarities here. Now I'll include links to the original deck unboxings so you can see the cards in all their glory. But as you can probably just guess, if you know a little bit about Hydras, there'll be no surprise to hear that there are some +1/+1 counter shenanigans going on here. I nearly said tokens, but yeah, counter shenanigans. And yeah, we'll be on the lookout for all the other sort of cool utility that we often see at the different rarities. Always particularly on the lookout to see what sort of usual suspects are in the commons and uncommon slot. You might also recognise, if you've been playing Magic a while, some mutate creatures in here as well, just from the names and the artwork. Again, anything like that you can just check out in the accompanying video that I'll include a link to in the description, which is the original unboxing, where I go into a bit more detail about the deck and the cards. When I originally unboxed this, when it came out, now, as I pointed out with the other decks, you'll also notice that some of these cards, instead of having the Commander 2020 set symbol, actually had the set symbol for the deck that this was released, the set that this was released alongside, which at this point would have been Ikoria. Oh, got a bit of different card here. Find finality. I'm also curious to see what higher rarity lands they've got here, because as we've seen throughout this series, when I've gone through all the different yearly iterations of the decks, it's quite variable in terms of how many, you know, rare non-basics you get. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's almost like nothing. So we've got Endless Sands, Sunken Hollow, Landwall Wastes, there's a Darkwater Catacombs in here, an Exotic Orchard, which seems to be turning up quite a bit generally in the Commander product as a whole. And now, and you can see here's the Ikoria set symbol. So yeah, we're on to our uncommons now. Oh, Reclamation Sage, Yavimaya Dryad there, with some old school artwork. Trumpeting Gnar, Trigon Predator, which I've actually got, I think, in a beast deck that I put together. Shriekmaw, Auspicious Starix. Got several of these uncommon creatures that have mutate on them. Yeah, lots of interesting hybrid creatures kicking around in this particular era of Magic as well. Oh, Mole Drifter. Yeah, another Hydra. Propaganda was in the deck. Okay. We've got the impetuses or impeti. I don't know quite how you what the plural of impetus is. And this is a 3-colour deck, as you probably noticed. Oh, Beast Within, Crows and Grip, okay, Putrefy, Migration Path, yeah, from Ikoria. Oh, there's the Soul Ring, of course. Oh, and Fertilid, so we're moving on to the commons now. Oh, Migratory Great Thorn. Greythorn. Cavern Whisperer. Dreamtail Heron. You might see these now. These are all mutate creatures. And then we've got a Kadama's Reach. Arcane Signet, which was now seeing a regular appearance in these decks. Ever since, I think, didn't that first appear in a core set or something like that earlier, and then it started to appear in the Commander decks after that point. Bonder's Ornament. Now we move on to the lower rarity non-basic lands, are both uncommons and commons, which I tend to keep together. Oh, yeah. Blighted Woodland. Oh, good. A Rogue's Passage. Myriad Landscape. And no doubt we'll see the relevant colours of the original Ravnica block bounce lands in here. So we've got the Dimir one, we've got the Simic one, we have the Golgari. Also we've got the the tri-land here, Opulent Palace. Mortuary Mire, nice bit of graveyard shenanigans going on there when it comes into play. Soaring Sea Cliff. So yeah, nice to see sort of mono-coloured utility lands crop up in these decks occasionally. And then Jungle Hollow, so life lands here. Thornwood Falls, again, you know, the appropriate 2 colour combinations for those life lands. And then the Command Tower. And now we move on to our basic lands. It's a very interesting artwork in here. So it looks like for the swamps, so one piece of artwork, one copy of the first piece of artwork, a couple of copies for the next, and then I think maybe 2 for the third. Yep. So not a ton of black basic lands in this deck. What about forests? So we're moving on to the third copy of the first piece, or the fourth copy of the first piece. So it tells me there's probably going to be a lot more forests in here. Moving on to the next piece of artwork. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. And then for the third piece of artwork, 1, 2, 3, then islands. Now we've got some tokens underneath this, so maybe we won't have many islands judging by how many cards we've got left. So just 1 for the first piece of artwork, and 1 for the second. So I need to tie up 2 islands here in the whole deck. But of course we're getting some blue mana from our dual lands and utility lands there. So, nice beast token. Okay, so we've got a beast on one side and a Hydra on the other. And what have we got? Another beast and Hydra. Very nice actually, beast and Hydra. So 10 cards here, but double-sided, so in effect 20 tokens, although of course when they're double-sided like that you don't get access to all of them, obviously, just what you might need, and anything else you're going to have to, you know, utilise additional tokens, I imagine. So, are we going to see Beast and Hydras all the way down? It's looking close. I think Beast and Hydras it is. Okay, excellent. So there we have it. Hopefully you enjoyed that flip through. And yep, these will obviously return in the new year. We'll be on to a new, I say return, it's only going to be, they're not really going to go away, but yeah, we'll be on to whatever I have next in my pile of Commander decks for 2024. Thanks once again for watching. Bye for now. And I will catch you in a future video.